to you. You want to experience whatever the best that life has to offer. Well, what I'm telling you is every bit of that has got to change in order for you to properly understand yourself. That is 40. That is made up by that 31 of special, the 9 of the hermit coming down to the earth. You're learning how to position yourself, position you in silence. In other words, shut up. Stop doing. That's an I. What you do for goals. Okay? No lust of result. You become the egg that has not been born yet. You come down a short ways and you stop. Remember on the other pages I said change direction? You change direction. What does that mean, Paula? That means when I'm sitting here and saying, I don't want to eat chicken. I hate chicken. Chicken better be the first thing that you order. Change directions. Change directions. Perceive the opposite. Experience that which is not so calculated, manipulated, demonstrated by you in your habits. You are so doggone habitual. I was going to say filled to have. Okay? You're so habitual. You're so predictable. You're so boring. So, you've come down here to this. I'm just saying, when a little bit of this awareness comes in, just a little bit, that you want to know more about you, just a little bit. So you come down here at this point and you say, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm saying those same things again. I'm really just walking around here like a robot. Stop it. At this moment, if I'm curling or combing my hair to the side and, oh, it looks so nice, I like it, oh, people are going to tell me it looks so, comb the stuff backwards and do something to change directions. Because at that point, when you do, and this will follow, you will be penetrated from the top to the bottom with new musical energy to offer yourself and then the other. I told you, you are boring because you will not change. You are boring. You are so doggone boring to yourself, and you are boring to each and every person that meets you because they can calculate and say what you're going to do next before you even say it. And you think that you came to earth to do that? If you did, here's the deal. Wait a minute, I'm going to come back and add that up. Here's what you're doing. All right, boring. Let's see what it is. We got a tower working there. We sure do. All day, every day, all day. And that's a 7. We got 11. And we got 16. We got a 23. So we got a 23 here. What do we got there? So that's a 39. Yep, that's what we got. 39. And what was the other one? A 30, but that's 5. So we got a 12. See if that's a 5. Hope y'all are following me. I'm having a good time. All these numbers. They're vibrations. I'm just using them. That's all. So we got a 12. So if you are boring, you're boring you, you're boring me, you're boring anybody that's around you. Well, if you are boring, this says 12. It says you are angry. You are restless. You are manipulative. And you are expecting somebody else to get rid of that boredom to fulfill your hole that you have in your life, because you want somebody to make you feel none of these things. Well, the only person that can do that is you. You can't get it from another person. It's impossible. It would be like me trying to grab this air and put it in my coat and take it home. I'm already saturated by the air. Inward, outward, breathing, all of it. I'm already in it. So I don't have to try to get it. I don't have to do that. But because you're so bored, you're thinking that you're having to devise ways or say those things to those people that you think they want to hear, so that you can eliminate that boredom. And then when they respond to you, you think you're going to be less angry, less restless, and less manipulative. No, you're not. Okay. If for one moment that you think that you can come down here in this life and run on habit and you don't have to change, you're cheating. Let's see what cheating is. We got a 6. Oh, we got that old devil working in there, ain't we? He's got control of that. You can believe it. If he can keep you from becoming real, discovering that raw, natural instinct in you, he'll do it. 11 and 2 is 13, 18, and 25. That 25 is showing up all day long. And there we've got the word. What number is that, Mitzi? Was that not the word did we not have? I got to go back 2 pages to get it. The 40. Okay? Shut up. Stop trying to defend yourself. Stop it. Release it. That 25, I've told y'all on other shows, that 25 is release. Release that need in you that you think that anything from the outside of you can improve you, can add happiness to you, can expand you in any way. Release those ideas. Release those ideas, most especially of being right, that you think you're right, of having something important to say. And that includes me. I don't have anything important to say. I'm just having a ball, just running through this whole deal and letting it fall and fall and fall. This is fun to me. This is joy. This is delight to me. Okay, release the need to be right, of thinking you have something important to say. But most of all, because, what was the word, Mitzi? What word were we dealing with to get that 40? Cheating. Yeah. Cheating. You know, cheating. When you stay in habit, when you don't wake up, when you walk around doing the same things, saying the same things, eating the same things, not laughing. All right. That first one was the devil that made this up, and then that 25 release. This was the hidden definition of cheating. Okay? So, in order for you not to cheat cheat, 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 cheat. I mean, this is a subconscious cheating that you're doing with yourself. Start by this. Stop. I mean, if you can just do one, practice one a month. Stop gossiping. Because, where does that go back to? You think you have something important to say. Stop commenting. For, what does you comment for? A reaction. You want somebody to think you know something, that you're right. Stop talking just to hear yourself talk. There is a higher, well, that's what I was talking about with you meeting yourself, your true self. There's a higher energy that's going on all the time with you, but you can't hear it. Every time that you're talking just to hear yourself talk, you cannot hear what is being said. And if you could hear what was being said, now that, if you could hear what's being said, I'll go ahead and finish the sentence. You probably wouldn't be boring to yourself or to others. But in order to do that, you're going to have to be quiet for a period of time every day. Now, some people call that meditation. You call it what you want to. You want to call it prayer? It's not going to be prayer if you're praying to God to get something. That's when you're manipulating God, and God's not listening. He's not on the other line like the old Christians used to say. God is not existent for you to say what you want, because he, she, it, the mother, father, child, knows what you have need of before you open your mouth. So anything that you're going to pray for is going to be self-vested, self-absorbed, self-motivated to achieve something. Maybe one of those goals. But the only thing you're going to get is that journey through that cave. That's what you're going to get. And it's real interesting and exciting and delightful to know that you can go deep into the caverns and find out what it is that you're denying, find out what it is that you really would like to experience, but because you're so tied to the outside and the ramifications that are attached to it, you won't even try. You won't even try to peel back these layers. This, I was thinking about that. Just then, I was thinking about that. I never know, Mitch. I guess that's the front. I guess. Okay. Whatever it is that you think that I am, I'm not that at all. Whatever I think that I am, I'm not that at all. And the people who are the closest to us, the closest, the most evolved, know the least about us. We are so removed from that cave that we need to stay in, that to illuminate what it is that is inside of us. To really get rid of this habitual talking and saying and doing and eating and drinking and going to bed and getting up and doing the same thing the next day. You know, when you say, did you hear me say that? You know. Well, I know her. I've heard so many people do that. I've done that before. We meet somebody and you see her again in the grocery store or something, and you say, I know her. How do you know her? How in the world do you know her? And how in the world do you know your mother, your father, your children, your husband, your wife, your lover. How do you know that person? The only possible way that you could even get close to knowing that person is to go into the cave of yourself. That cave, that deep, dark, treacherous cave of yourself, where all of those bats of worry and concern and doubt and ridicule and negativity are at, and face those and incorporate those, move past those, become clear, transparent, obtain clarity within your own self. Then you can begin to see clarity in someone else. Otherwise, you are not seeing anything but dislocated parts of yourself that are denied and disowned. Okay, gosh, I didn't even get past the first line on the moon. We're going back to the moon. Do I have a moon card? I'm sure I do. Let me see. Okay, know and accept the fact that it is necessary and needed for thy growth. What was necessary and needed for thy growth? That you call forth understanding in the relationship. Call it forth. Jesus called forth Lazarus. He was dead. He said, "You stinketh, come on out of there." So in your relationship, there are aspects of that relationship that stink, that are dead, that are non-functional, but you wouldn't know it because you're a God-driven robot. Okay, ain't nothing too bad today, so I'll just keep going with it. That's called cheating. Cheating. It is a good relationship, though thou may not deem it to be so. So if you got ideas, you want to change it. How about that? You've gone on from trying to understand it to change it. We say truly, thou canst not run away from the existing relationship, nor try to change or alter any condition that is thereby associated with it. Seek to understand, therefore, why thou wert brought together to begin with, and seek to understand that the bonds that have drawn thee together have nothing to do with anything that thou can comprehend in thy earthly mind.